Hey you guys, happy Friday. Welcome back to our channel. We're back with another weekly favorites, 5 weekly favorites. First up, super random, but I had to mention it because this has like truly changed the game in our household. So I got this remote. Comes with 3 outlets. So you can see like 1 on off, 2 on off, 3 on off, and all you do is you plug like the outlet. So number 1 is plugged into, but quick backstory, I have a lamp in my room that the switch thing on the side broke off of, so we were using like a pliers to turn it on and off, and that's just not sustainable. So I was like, I know that they make outlets that are like automatic, and there was a lot of them that were a little bit less expensive that were Bluetooth, so you control them through your phone. But honestly, like, I don't really like that because I'm not on my phone all the time. Like, what if I leave it in another room and I need it for the remote? So I wanted something with an actual physical remote. So I got it for the lamp, but then I thought, well, this is perfect for our Christmas tree because we like to light up the Christmas tree every single morning, and the outlet is behind the Christmas tree. So if we were to like plug it in, well, for the past 2 years, we've always done this, and it's so annoying because you have to like crawl behind the Christmas tree just to plug it in. So we actually hooked up the garland on our mantle and the Christmas tree to number 3, and it's just so easy. And I can turn this on from my bedroom. Like it can be from like any room in the house essentially, and it's just so easy. Like you on, off, on. I'm like watching it go on and off. So I love that you can use it from any room in your house. I mean, our house is 1 story, so I don't know how it would work 2 stories. I'm sure maybe it wouldn't go that far, but regardless, so nifty, so useful. The 3-pack is like $20. We got a pack for our mom too, because I'm like, I feel like everyone can use this in their house. You always have appliances that are hard to turn on and off, so love this. Okay, next up is a body lotion. This was sent to us by Dr. Dart, so thank you for sending. It's a new release. I think it's out, right? Yeah, it's out. It's the Ceramidin Body Lotion Lightweight Body Moisturizer. And so this is part of their Ceramidin line, which is basically just like a nourishing line, and every product in the line has ceramides. And number 1, I love the packaging. I feel like it's so easy when you're like out of the shower trying to put your lotion on quick. You guys know our gripe with our favorite diabetics relief lotion, that the pump is so hard to use. Like, it's so nice to just open this, pour some out, and then you're like good to go, and then you can just keep it on your counter. So love the packaging. And then the formula, at first I was like, oh, I feel like this is more like a face lotion. Here, I'll put some on my hand, because it's so like,
you could use it on your face.
Yeah, it's like a gel texture that actually feels really like refreshing and like cooling when it first goes on. And it really has like, look, it has like a face lotion texture. Like, it's like a water cream, like what breaks down and gets super thin. And I was like, oh, I just don't feel like this is nourishing enough. But then Britta told me that she puts it on wet skin.
Yeah.
And I don't know if there must be a lot of humectants in this, but once you do that, I feel like even though it's so lightweight and like sinks in immediately, it really does hydrate your skin.
Yeah, I think it's really hydrating. I was shocked because it is such a thin formula.
Yeah.
Something I wouldn't gravitate towards, but I ended up loving it.
Yeah, and it's completely unscented.
Yes, and I also find, so I have those Tanologist drops that I like those because if you just want like a subtle glow, it's really easy to mix into your moisturizer. But the Diabetic Skin Relief Cream is so thick that sometimes I feel like it might drop, like if I mix in the drops, it's not fully mixed, and so it can look streaky on my body. Whereas when I mix it in with this, it mixes in like so effortlessly, and then you just do circular motions, and like I found that it's like the best lotion to mix with those drops as well. Okay, next up is a skincare favorite. Dr. Joy has talked about this on her channel so many times, and I was looking for a serum I could use in the morning that just added moisture to my skin. I usually just use niacinamide under my moisturizer, which is under my SPF, but I just wanted something that added moisture because my skin is extra dry this time of year, and she raves about this. It's the, I don't know how to say it, the Puconyl, I think it's like Yongkang-Yul Moisture Ampoule. Is that how you say it? Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so bad at pronouncing things. But it's this is an ampule. I think that's how you say it.
Yeah.
So it's not quite a serum from my understanding. It's like a little bit, I don't know.
It's
more viscous, but it's similar to a serum. You get 100 ml for like $20-something, which I think is a really good deal. And this is the most, I have to say, I'm positive this is the most unique texture of any like serum face product I've ever used. It's really viscous. So my only gripe is the packaging because it is such a huge container.
That's
and
big.
that, yeah.
You can
and
put it in
it
a
says to
smaller
use
one.
like 2 or 3 drops, but like you only get this amount of product in the pipette, and it's so thick. Can you see how thick it is?
Yeah, this would have maybe worked better in a pump.
Yeah. Oh, it would be amazing in a pump. I know they're more expensive, but I would pay more if it was in a pump. Anyway, it's made in Korea. It's 6 ingredients. I'm not going to read them. Oh, I guess I got to read them off. It's Coptis japonica root extract, polysorbate 80, PEG 150, distearate, polysorbate 20, 1,2-hexanidyl glyceryl caprolate. So I don't know what any of those mean, honestly. They seem like a lot of preservatives maybe, aside from the root extract. But whatever is in this is like mind-blowingly moisturizing for your skin. I love putting this on in the morning because it is so thick, and like when you start to rub it into your skin, it does take a little bit to sink in, but it feels really cooling and like relieving. It relieves and like wakes you up. I also use it at night. At nighttime I tend to mix it in with my moisturizer because my moisturizers, both of them are a little bit thinner, and so I like that this makes it a little thicker. I just love the feeling of this on my skin, and I do think I've like noticed that my skin feels and looks more moisturized since I've started using it. So I feel like by the time I get through the whole bottle, like my skin is going to be a moisture zone. I'm just very excited to see what this does for my skin because Dr. Dre, like I trust her opinion, and she goes through these like so quick.
Really?
Yes. I feel like every time she does like an empties, there's one of these in there, and she just really like raves about this product, and she's a dermatologist, so I really love it so far.
Okay, and then next, right, there's 2 left?
Yeah.
Next, I bought this new cabinet from Target, and basically my room's pretty small, and there's like not a lot of space between where my old cabinet was and the bed, so I always put off getting a new cabinet, but the old one I had was like shelves, so you could see like all the candles I had out. Like we obviously own a candle line, so we're like constantly testing, and it just looked really messy. So I wanted something that actually had doors that like could keep things closed, and so I found one that has like a drawer on top and then 2 doors on the bottom, and now I keep all my candles in the top drawer. It's like perfect. And I love the look of it. I'll insert a photo. It has like these vertical slats that I think just look really cool. Like they almost have like a textural element to the room. But there was no reviews on this when I bought it. I couldn't even find any reviews for the brand in general on Target.com, and so I was really paranoid that it wasn't going to be good quality, but it's really good quality. It's 100% wood, well, besides like the hinges and things, but it actually arrived fully assembled besides the legs.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, my boyfriend just had to put on the legs, which was so simple, and it's just really nice. It's really nice quality. The only thing I will say is one of the things I really liked about it online was that the wood looked really light. Not light, but like a medium, like oak kind of style wood. In person, it's a much deeper stain, but I actually really like it now. I've like warmed up to it. So that's the only thing is the picture is a bit deceiving, but I'll definitely insert a photo so you guys can see what it looks like. I'm just really happy with it. I think it fits in my room aesthetic really nicely, and it's always nice when you find furniture pieces that you feel like you vibe with.
Yeah. Okay, last is a book. I know I usually include these in my monthly favorites, but since we're not doing a December favorites, I wanted to mention it here. This is Untamed by Glennon Doyle. I know so many of you have probably already read this. I'm late to the game, I feel. This is definitely like a really popular book of 2020, I think. Basically, she is, I don't want to say like self-help author because I don't really like that term, but her books are in that genre, I guess. I feel like this book, Untamed, is more so for women, and how, you know, it's kind of a feminist novel, how like we should want to be our true selves and we don't need to be in a box, and she relates women to, is it a lion? I want to say it's a lion at the zoo, that like lived at the zoo, and like she brought her children there and realized that like this lion is in a cage. It's a whole thing. I don't want to get too into it, but the chapters are really short. I really love her life experience. She struggled with addiction, bulimia or anorexia. She's had like a lot that she's gone through. She was in a marriage for a long time and then left that marriage and is now married to a woman. So she's just struggled with a lot, but now she's in such a good place in her life, and I think that her stories are very inspiring. I like how candid she is about everything, and I just really appreciate her viewpoints. I think that anyone could read this book and find a lot of inspiration from it, but especially women. And I do think, so I was expecting to be like blown away by this because of the reviews. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads because while I really enjoyed it, I know like this type of book isn't my favorite, but I think that there were some stories that I kind of got lost in. Either I got confused or I couldn't follow because they weren't as enticing to me. So part of it, I don't want to say bored me because that's like that's an aggressive term because I was not bored when reading this, but it just didn't like capture me the whole time. So I did want to mention that I did really love it, but I don't think I loved it as much as other people did. So it's still a favorite. I still recommend you read it, especially if you like that genre. I think you'll really love it. I've just personally been into more like suspenseful fiction type novels, so this isn't like my favorite, but I do think it's good. I just want to put that out there because I don't think it was one of the best books I've read this year, but it was definitely a favorite like of the month. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you had a good week. You're watching this on December 18th, so we're so close to Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Or is it?
No, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's so exciting. And then, oh wait, is next week Christmas then?
Oh, I guess.
If it's,
Wow.
we'll probably have a video up. We'll see.
We'll see, yeah.
We'll see you guys next week.